Hello and welcome, boys and girls. This is a tutorial video on how to draw blood veins. I've been asked. That's always a good start, and it just clear your lungs. I've been asked a couple of times. Did that sound like it made any sense? I've been blah 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 blah. Should I start again? No, I'm not going to start again. Here's a tutorial video on how to draw blood veins. Now, I've been asked a couple of times to draw blood veins, and I keep forgetting about it because that's what I'm like. And but let's do it. Let's do exactly that. Let's draw some blood veins. Is the camera going to be good there? Just let me. It needs to be higher up, really, doesn't it? This is all shit I should do before. You know what? It's only at this angle because I've got it on charge. But let's just take it off charge. I'm on 30% battery, and that should be enough. Okay, here we go. Right. I will fucking get on with it, honestly, I promise. Right. Blood veins. Okay, let's draw. I'm just going to do this, and this is either an arm, or it's the shaft of a penis, or just whatever you want it to be, okay? But it's a shape to draw blood veins on. To be fair, I could have drawn any shape. I didn't have to draw the one that looks like a penis or an arm or whatever, but let's just go for it. Okay, I don't know why I'm drawing in pencil. I never really draw in pencil, do I? But right, okay. Just a quick thing for anybody who ever wonders what I draw with. It's one of these. You get them on Amazon in a pack of 2, and they're very, very good. They're calligraphy pens, but they're very good. Okay, right, let's fucking get on with it. Right, blood veins. Okay, so just off the top of my head, really, because that's how I draw everything. I just make it up as I go along. Should I zoom in just a little bit more? I can't zoom in too much, otherwise the camera goes all wonky and horrible since I've dropped my phone down the fucking stairs. Right. Let's just do that. And I'm going to draw a couple of gaps. And I'm going to draw like that. And then like this. Because the veins on something, what I could have done just then is I could have done... Hang on, where do I begin? Man, I really make this up as I go along, don't I? My tutorials aren't the best, but I hope people get something out of them. Okay, just bear with me. Okay, fuck me, where do I start? Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna draw some blood veins, okay? And I'll tell you my thinking behind it, hopefully. See this nice curly one, like that, nice twisty vein going on. Maybe this one goes right over to the other side, like veins do. And I like to draw these bits here, because what I was going to say over here is, if I did the same thing, more or less, you know, like blood veins, especially like the bigger, thicker, meatier looking ones, they don't like stop where the edge stops. You know, they overlap a bit because they're thick, they're full of blood, aren't they? So they're kind of like there's a what do you call it? There's a thickness, isn't there? You can see them wrapping themselves around to the other side of whatever it is, you know. So that's a little tip for you. Try not to do this, like okay. So another thing is when you're trying to get to like the end of a... Look at that fucking shadow being casted, man. Honestly, the lighting in here is not good. Right. When people try to draw like the end of a vein, it's like they don't know how to end it, and so they might do something like this. But a vein doesn't look like that. A vein doesn't come to a point. In fact, a vein doesn't really end. Like, find me the end of a vein. I don't think they really have an end, do they? I mean, like, veins are just, you know, they're just connected, aren't they? It's like a road map. They're all just kind of interconnected infinitely, you know what I mean? And you can just go on and on and on and on. They don't really come to an end, but sometimes you need to draw a vein coming to an end. So let's just do this one. What I tend to do is I start taking the tip of the pen away from the paper as I get towards what I want to be the end. And I'm essentially using the pen and the line work to create a sense of fading out. It's fading away. Let's do that again here. Like that, and then fading away. Just tap, 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 tap. Like that. And that still works even if you're trying to do something with some colour. Like if we just do... Probably have to come back to this when it dries, this example. But we'll just put a coloured vein there for a second. And what else can I tell you whilst that dries? Because I don't want to just draw on top of it. What else can I tell you about blood veins? I mean, like, try to make them interesting. Like, everything you do, whether it be like when I'm doing like lumps and bumps and stuff, like I could do lumps and bumps like this. And there you go, look, there's a load of lumps and bumps. Oh, look, it's a bumpy texture or whatever. But that's kind of, it's not boring, but visually it's not as interesting to look at if, you know, I'm like if I did, oh, look, this bump's got a hole in it. And this bump's got some drippage going on as well. Ugh. And, oh, this one looks, I don't know, dry and scabby with cracks in it or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, try and make every part of a drawing. I'm gonna have to show you guys a sneak peek of something I'm working on, but depending on when you watch this video, you either will or won't have seen this yet. But I'll just show you a little example of what do you call it? Just packing in the detail where detail should be, because like when you do something like this, try to make it as visually interesting as possible. I could like this thing here doesn't matter. It's just supposed to look like some blood and guts, basically. I won't show you the whole thing, although that might sort of give it away a little bit. But this here as well, and this bit. Like, I don't really know what blood and guts look like. I'm not a doctor. I don't know how to draw bodily organs and stuff. But so long as it looks like, oh, it's a piece of meat or whatever, and it's got a blood vein in there, and there's some kind of like valve, like an opening, that gives you the idea of like, oh, it's guttural. It's kind of like, it's a bit gross. What am I talking about? Where am I going with this? I'm just saying, like, pack a lot of like interesting stuff to look at when you're doing a thing. Don't make what you're drawing. So if you're doing like lumps and bumps and stuff, don't draw lumps and bumps. And the same goes for the blood veins. Don't draw blood veins and lumps and bumps as if it's just a means to an end. A means to an end. You know what I mean? Just like, oh, I need to get to the end of this picture and I'm drawing this face or whatever, and he's got some lumps over here. Oh, well, let's get on with it and draw the lumps then. It's like, no, man, you're making it a means to an end. Like, just hold up. Like, just, it doesn't matter. You're not in a rush. Maybe you are in a rush, but even if you are in a rush, tell the client to fucking wait. Just take your time. Do something else. Try and make it as visually interesting as possible. Put a lot of detail in there. Maybe this one's got a little wrinkle underneath. Maybe this has got another hole in it or whatever, and just try to make it very there's no rush to get through it. Don't, you know, I'm kind of repeating myself, but the same with the veins. Like, have fun with it. Like, how interesting can you make a vein, you know? So let's just draw another shape or whatever, just a square. Just trying to avoid a cock shape. But there you go, and I'll draw some gaps as well, because like I said, I like to do this. Let's do that. So look, I'm only drawing very roughly, of course, because it's just a tutorial. I'm just trying to get to the gist of things, you know, but try to make it interesting. Try to give everything a little bit, well, not a little bit, but the most personality you can possibly give it. So like over here, whoa, look, we've got one of those big ones that you see on all women's legs and stuff. Oh, and it's so thick that it's like folded on itself, look. And again, down here, it's so like raised up, it's all like thick and chunky. There we go. Ugh, look at the thick, chunky veins. Look. Because this is like way more visually interesting. There's more for your eyes to chew on and to look at. There's more detail than there would be if you were to do... Oh, right, I've got to draw some blood veins. Okay, so these are the blood veins. Yeah, they go like that. Right, okay, so the next thing, I've got to draw an eye here and an eye there. Or, you know what I mean? Don't rush it, man. Don't... If that's what you're doing, just put your all into it and make it look as interesting as you can. Otherwise, there's kind of like no point. Right, okay, so this bit here is dried now, so you might think like when you get to the end of the colour, you've kind of got to do this. And you can if you want to. But like I was saying earlier, veins kind of don't come come to an end, if you know what I mean. So what I tend to do is I just apply what I applied over here, but just do it on top of the colour. And even though the colour within the black line work comes to an end that looks kind of abrupt, you can get away with it so long as you kind of stop the light line work where the colour ends. Don't carry it on, like don't do this and leave it like that, because that would be weird. It'd be like, oh, why is that bit not coloured in? Was that useful? Was that useful information? I have no idea. But I think really this is the most I can say about drawing blood veins. When you draw a blood vein, don't end it. You can end it at the edge of whatever the thing is, but it's way better if it's, you know, if it's overlapping, so it's bulbous, it's you know, lumpy, bumpy blood veins. So that's one tip. Don't stop your blood veins at the edge of whatever it is. Make sure they wrap around the shape. Give it a bit more 3D sort of effect. Give the veins a bit more character. You know, make them a thing that exists in the picture. That's oh, shut up, Sean. Get on with it. And yeah, and just try to make your, you know, this. Try and make it just try to make it try to make it interesting, and remember that a lot of blood veins don't come to an end. They're just all infinitely connected together, like looking at a road map. Because here's another little thing, is that some people might draw veins like this. Okay, so you've got a shape, whatever the shape is, and then oh, there's a vein, and oh, let's put another vein over here, and oh, there's another one here, and another one there. But that's not right. That's not you can do it like that, but it's not It's well, it's not interesting, is it? You know what I mean? Like, it's way more fun to turn it into a thing. Like, way, let's go overboard. But then again, I would say that because my drawings are just so. Well, they're exactly that. I mean, I really like going overboard with the detail, but without, you know, sucking my own dick too hard or blowing my own trumpet too loudly. There's a reason why people like my artwork, and it's like, oh man, look at the detail. Oh, I can't believe how much. You know, people always say, oh, your line work looks really good and everything, and it's because I go above and beyond with the detail, and you should as well. Unless that's really not your thing, maybe you're just not going for that style. But if you're not going for that style, then I can't help you. I can only show you what I do, right? You know. But yeah, so there you go, man. That's about really all I can say when it comes to focus. You cunt. Why are you out of focus? Come on. Oh, don't be an arsehole. Whatever. There you go. That's Blood Veins, and all I can say next is what I've already just said over the last 16 minutes. Okay, so there you go. That's something like that. If you're drawing blood veins, do something like that. Keep them looking interesting. Make every blood vein a character, you know, give it a bit of oomph, do something with it. Don't make it a means to an end and do these scribbles like this. Make it a thing. And most importantly, like I say with everything, just have fucking fun with it. Just have fun with it. Don't make it a boring chore. Just if it becomes a boring chore and you're rushing through it and you're doing shit like that, well, then you're going to draw something, to be blunt about it. Look, you're going to draw something that looks shit. Don't do that. Take your time. Make it look interesting, as visually interesting as you can. Give everything a bit of character, a bit of oomph, a bit of personality. That's it. That's your lot. That is, to the best of my ability, how to draw blood veins.